Audio on demand from Vision Christian Media.
Exploring faith and the future. Neil Johnson and Bible teacher Dr. Kameel Majdali.
You know, every year when storm season comes around, there's this encouragement to be aware of the dangers of storms and be prepared just in case one hits you. We're talking, Kameel, about how we prepare for the future. Is there something special we need to know about that type of preparation?
Well, of course, the answer is yes. Neil, there is a wonderful, wonderful exhortation from Jesus at the tail end of the Sermon on the Mount. It is one of the promises I have held on to. I have even built a ministry based on this very verse and have a program by the same name. And it's Matthew 7:24 and 25. Very simple, very practical, very profound and life-changing. Jesus says, if you hear these sayings of mine and do them, you are a wise man. You're building your house on the rock. The rains will descend, the floods will rise, the winds will beat on the house, but cheer up, it'll still be standing because it's on the rock. It's got a sure foundation. When we talk about being prepared for the future, we have to build our lives on a rock. Because if you read the next two verses, those that hear but don't do the words of Jesus, what does he call them? Fools. And where are they building their house?
On the sand.
That's right. They are fools building the house on the sand. So they may have a foundation, but the foundation is sinking sand. And the same floods, the same winds, the same rains will beat on that house, and it's going to fall. And what does Jesus say? The result of that?
They'll be swept away.
They'll be swept away, and great will be the destruction or fall of it. How can we make it any clearer? It should be of the utmost importance that if we're going to be future ready, we need to hear and do the words of Jesus. In essence, Matthew 7:24 and 25, God is showing us a way of escape from all the crazy things that will happen in the last days.
I suspect every Australian family will recognise that there's encouragement to be disaster prepared because we face so many natural disasters here in Australia, cyclones, floods, all sorts of things that can impact on families and on homes. These sorts of preparations, Kameel, it doesn't come in a kit, comes in a book.
That's right. I mean, the CFA tells us how to prepare our homes in case of a bushfire. And it's very practical, very wise. Well, we have that in the Bible itself. Now, it's rather interesting. I found a very short book written by an Australian, and at the end of the book, it's about the last days. He actually had an end-time survival kit. Pack your New Testament, pack water, pack a torch. I guess he doesn't believe in a pre-trib rapture. but putting that aside, what we see is Jesus is promising us a sure foundation that will withstand all of life's storms if we will simply hear his word, put it into practice, glean the wisdom that comes by so doing. Somehow God will provide a way where there seems to be no way of escape.
Faith and the future with Neil Johnson and Dr. Kameel Majdali from Teach All Nations. Find articles, videos and podcasts from Dr. Kameel, plus today's and other episodes of Faith and the Future in the Vision app or at vision.org.au.
Thanks for taking time to listen to this audio on demand from Vision Christian Media. To find out more about us, go to vision.org.au.